Welcome, Jesse Hidalgo here with Hearing Group again. Today we're going to be talking about cleaning and checking your hearing aid, making sure that it's working properly. Today we're joined with Tracy Anderson from our Moore, Oklahoma location.
Yes.
Welcome, we're excited to have you.
Thank you for having me, Jesse.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a hot topic, right? Because
Definitely.
people are constantly asking us, what's the proper way to clean a hearing aid?
That's right.
Right?
We've got to take care of the hearing aids. We want them to last as long as they possibly can, and we're going to do that through great maintenance of the hearing aids.
Yeah, you can actually extend the life of the hearing instrument just by proper maintenance. Do you agree with that?
That is 100% true.
So we have several tools, several different elements that are laid out in front of us, and we just kind of thought that maybe we'd kind of go over some of those.
Yeah.
Just kind of make sure that we help the audience understand that there's options out there if they want to do it themselves, or they can just let us do it.
That's exactly right. So they have both of those options. We do ask all of our clients to come in every 3 months to let us clean their hearing aids, but we give them the tools needed also to clean them at home if they would like to do that instead.
Yeah, and so why is that important every 3 months? Why isn't it every 6 months or every year or whenever they want to?
I just want to make sure I'm taking care of you. I want to make sure that that hearing aid is working properly. The only way for me to ensure that is to have you come in and see us every 3 months. And every time we see you, that for that clean and check visit, we're going to test the hearing aid, make sure it sounds good. We'll change some parts on it. The domes sometimes need to be changed. So we're going to look at all those factors and replace anything, because again, I want you to have the best hearing experience possible at all times. So that's going to help me ensure that I'm doing that for you.
Well, you make a great point, and that is that sometimes the hearing instruments, they just stop working.
That's great.
And my experience is 99 times out of 100 is because it's just plugged with wax.
That is exactly right, Jesse. So that's a huge key that we always teach our clients. Just the simple things on the weekend. If that hearing aid stops working, we're going to show you the number one reason that that hearing aid is not working properly.
Yeah, so you brought out a good point. We try to invite all of our patients to come in every 90 days, and while they're there, we go through and we check it for wax.
Correct.
Oftentimes, I know I do anyways, I'm sure you probably do too. Oftentimes we go through and we just replace the dome, we replace the wax cap.
Correct.
We do some of those kind of things just because it's just good, proper protocol for us to extend the life of that hearing instrument.
That's exactly right. So now I'm going to show you some tips on how to clean the hearing aid at home. So the first thing we want to do is clean the hearing aids with these clean wipes. We're going to open it up and clean the receiver part of this and clean that dome, the piece that's going in your ear.
Okay, so I have a question. So on the clean wipes, when they open this up, should they use the same wipe to both ears?
No, they should not, Jesse. You should use separate wipes for each hearing aid.
Yeah, that's important because sometimes if a person has maybe an ear infection on one side, and if they're using the same cleaning material and then they put it over to the other side, then they get an ear infection that way. So we don't want that.
That is exactly right.
Okay.
So what I'm going to show you next is how to change the wax filter in this particular hearing aid. This is our Unitron Discover hearing aid. So what we're going to do first is take that little dome off of the top of the receiver. Just peel it off of there. And this is the wax filter system for the Unitron product Discover. There's a number 1 that is a little trash can for the old wax filter. And then number 2 is going to have your brand new wax filter in it. You're going to gently push that receiver into the trash can, and it's going to pull that wax filter out of your hearing aid. And now we're going to go back to number 2 and gently press it again. And now we have a brand new wax filter inside your hearing aid. And now we're going to take that dome and place it back on top of the receiver. You want to make sure that that is on there secure. It does kind of, you can feel it click on a little bit. Make sure it's on there. The first thing you want to do after you replace that dome back is use this little tool. There's a tiny little needle loop on one end. You're going to take that loop. All of the domes on all the hearing aids, they all have a little loop on top of them.
So it's just like a little cap.
That's exactly right. So sound is coming out of that receiver through there. So we want to make sure it's clear of debris. So we're going to use this and just run that through that real quick, just to make sure it is clear of debris, and it is up on that dome. We never want it pressed down into the receiver, because sound can't come out of the receiver if we have it pressed down too far.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, and now we're going to use the little brush here. The microphone's on the Discover product. There is one above the volume button. There's another small microphone below the volume button there. So just about once a week is what I recommend. Just take your little brush, you're going to gently brush over those microphones. Again, we're just making sure there's no debris to make sure sound is going in that hearing aid well, and so it's receiving all the sound well. We've got sound coming in, and we have sound coming out. So that's the basics of cleaning a brick product, a receiver and canal.
Well, thank you very much. Now, let's talk a little bit about longevity. Let's talk about the life of the hearing instruments.
Okay.
People are always asking, well, how long will this hearing aid last?
That's right.
Oh, that's kind of a difficult question. It depends on how active you are at making it in every 90 days.
That is true.
So there's one. It also depends on how active you are at maybe maintaining your own maintenance at the house.
Correct.
Right, so there's that. But also moisture.
Right.
Moisture can affect hearing instruments. In fact, I've always told my patients that there's two things that kill hearing aids the fastest. Too much moisture, too much wax.
That's correct.
Right, so you've covered the wax portion of it.
Correct.
So maybe we can kind of discover a product that would help us in regards to moisture.
Okay.
So we actually carry a real nice product here, and that's called our Clean and Dry kit. And so with the Clean and Dry, we have it here. What makes it nice with that is that we can actually plug it in, and when we do, it actually will provide some electricity to it. So tell us a little bit more about that portion, if you don't mind.
Okay, so this Clean and Dry system I absolutely love because, like he said, you do just plug it into, it has a charging system. So it's super easy to use. You're just going to place your hearing aids in there. You can do it at nighttime or during the day, whatever you prefer. And you're going to set the timer here for a 3-hour or 6-hour cleaning. So you choose which cycle you would like. You're going to close that door. The light turns on to let you know that it's working in progress. And then the light's going to turn off when it's finished. And you're going to open that back up and take your hearing aid out. Again, we're going to use those clean wipes again. And you want to wipe that hearing aid down really well. In case there was moisture on it, it's going to kind of dries, on some of the pieces. So we just want to wipe that down with our clean wipes to make sure.
Yeah, it kind of flakes off, right?
And that's right.
Yeah, a couple other neat things that I love about this is that just kind of give the friends a little bit of an insight on this. You mentioned about the 3-hour, 6-hour. So 3-hour, maybe if you're using it every day.
Right.
6-hour if you got caught in the rain.
That's exactly right. Or working out in the yard.
Oh, that's a good point, right? A lot of the friends do that. And so if you feel like there's a little bit too much moisture, then we can go through and hit the 6-hour and you're gonna go through and do that.
Exactly.
Now the other nice thing about this is that it also has these little light bulbs in the back, right? So a little UV light, and so it'll go through and try to cut down on any type of bacteria that's there as well. So when you shut it, you'll actually see the light come through here, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, and so that makes it nice. So you got a dual mode system. You're going through and it's drying it out,
Right.
and it's also trying to disinfect it as much as it can this way.
Yes.
All right, so that's an awesome tool.
It is an awesome tool.
Yeah, now they make this maybe not in electronic form, we don't have it here, but maybe like a little stay dry jar,
That's correct.
right? So you can put it in there. But one of the neatest things that I think is going on the market these days is with the hearing instruments that are rechargeable, they are starting to build in that same type of concept inside here. So tell us a little bit about that.
I love the Unitron's new charging system because they really did try to think of everything to make your hearing aid last as long as it possibly can. So what they've done is actually added a dry cap into the charger. So at night when you're charging your hearing aids, you're just going to close that little door and it's actually going to pull all the moisture out of your hearing aids at night. So again, Unitron did an awesome job with their charger and they really thought of everything to get that hearing aid to last longer.
Yeah, and so for some of the friends that maybe wonder, well, how long will that last? Well, it kind of depends.
That's right.
So the little crystals inside there, they start to turn different colors. And so if we take this one out, we see that it's kind kind of the peachy orange color, right?
Right.
So that's how they come defaulted in the package. And so we have a brand new one that hasn't been opened, and so we can kind of show them side by side that way. And so when it starts to turn a different color, then it's time to change it.
That is exactly right. And we take care of our clients, so we're able to supply you with any of these, the dry cap and wax filters, we're able to supply those for you.
Yeah, so that makes it nice. So when you come back, you just simply insert it back in, kind of slide that as you just did, you demonstrated earlier. It's just that easy, right?
It is.
And so that's what makes it nice, is that while you're charging the hearing instruments, it's also drying the hearing
That's
instruments.
exactly right. Dual purpose. I love it too.
Lastly, some people produce a lot of wax, right? And so maybe they even live a great distance away and they just can't make it into the practice that often, right? And so we actually have an open door policy that if you're just driving down to the grocery store, stop in.
That's
we
right.
can always clean them.
We always welcome everybody to come in. You can always come in at any time and we will clean those for free for you.
That's right, and that's the key point. It's free, so don't even need an appointment. Of course, if you want to see us personally, well, then you probably need an appointment.
That's right.
But if you're just walking through and driving through to the store, stop in. We're happy to do that for you.
That's right.
Now, for the people that go through and they have maybe too much wax build up and they can't make it in, we have this other tool, which is kind of a version of what we use, but it's a consumer version. Tell us a little bit about that.
I love this tool too. So what this is a vacuum cleaner, basically. So what it does, it has a little needle head on it, and it really gets down into the crevices of your hearing aid to get any debris or wax or anything out of that hearing aid.
Yeah, so that little vacuum cleaner is very, very strong, right?
It is.
And so can you kind of give us an idea how that works with that hearing instrument?
Sure. So what we do here at the office is I'm going to clean the microphones. So again, your microphones on the Discover product are below and above that the volume system. So I do vacuum the microphones out, and then we're gonna, again, take a look at that dome system. So again, we wanna make sure that, what do you call it, the cap? I call it there's loops on top of the dome. So we wanna make sure that is, again, clear of debris. And once we pull that dome off that hearing aid again, what I do at the office is I take that wax filter system out, and then I use this vacuum to make sure there's nothing beyond that and clean that really well to make sure everything's clear of debris. So the sound's coming out of that receiver well.
Yeah, and so that makes it real nice because some people, like we said, some of the friends here, they live a ways out, they can't make it in.
Right.
But hearing's important. They want to be able to hear all the time, right? And so, if they are looking for another tool,
right,
that's an awesome tool.
Awesome
Jody
tool.
bag.
That's right, the Jody bag.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Well, I think we covered a lot of ground here.
I have one more thing I want to bring up.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead.
And that is that on the Unitron Remote Plus app, in the menu bar, if you press that, there is actually some videos in there. Jesse, if you'll click on the videos, and Unitron, that brand, has supplied us with videos of everything that we showed you today, have some great cleaning tips and pairing tips. So just some great information that is within your fingertips for you to be able to look those up yourself. If you don't capture everything that we're telling you today or during your visits with us, there's always these great videos from Unitron that they provide.
Yeah, and I really love this because it's hard for us to retain all the information. We just give the patient so much information right up front.
We do.
It's hard to remember.
It is.
But with the app, everybody has access to it. And it's just not about cleaning your hearing aids, as you said. It's about connecting your hearing instruments to the TV.
Right.
It's about connecting it to your phone.
Mm-hmm.
There's just on and on, all kinds of great little tidbits, even the rechargeable aspect here. There's some great
Correct.
videos on that. Well, again, thank you very much for joining us. We hope you've learned a little bit in regards to how to clean and check your hearing instruments. Remember, at Hearing Group, clean checks are always free. You're always welcome to stop in and see her, any one of the team members, and we're happy to help you out that way. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate you joining us and giving us a good education.
Well, thank you, Jesse, for having me.
All right, thanks again for watching.